What's good? What's poppin'? Hey, from Virgo to Pisces. This is your girl Zangoma, aka the Dope Healer, dealing hope. Spirit literally woke me up, bruh. Like it was so jolting. It was just like I literally, like it's kind of freaky. Also, it's just like my eyes were open. Next moment, I was just like, okay, well I'm up now. Yeah. And like I said, I'm going to continue with the signs. So solar eclipse energies, my beautiful Virgos. Solar eclipse energy, as well as energies pertaining to the Saturn Neptune conjunction, dance. How will this all be working with the Virgo? Messages for their highest good. Thank you, angels. Thank you, spirits. Oh, messages for my lovely Virgos pertaining to the solar eclipse. Messages for the ultimate and highest good. Okay, Virgo, your like energy is quite contained. I think spirit is like trying to contain you. Not forever, okay, because yeah, I believe you guys are also coming out of a hectic transit. So spirit is actually keeping their cards to him. You can't know something. Some things must be left to the unknown, the power of the unknown. And like I said, even me as a reader, I think, and people really get this misconstrued. Just because I'm a reader doesn't mean like, yo, how can I say this? I read energies, and energy is always in flux and in motion, right? Right? And I believe we're constantly creating our reality. So, yeah, I'm just telling you how to work with the potentials. Potentials. Potential ain't nothing without effort, baby. It just remains potential. Here you go. Hey, wow, Virgo. I'm laughing because like it's so poignant. It says here, the courageous peony. I hope I'm pronouncing that word right. It says multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. My lovely Virgos. Messages. And ain't that true though, Virgo? Y'all like a little bit like Pisces, though. A little bit. It makes sense because it's like sister signs. Multifaceted, unique nature. Shine your uniqueness, Virgo. Messages for the Virgo collective. All right. Ooh, double mission. Oh, Virgo. Okay. We got Child of the Cosmos at the bottom. Right. We've got the Void. These cards are so gorgeous also. Okay, I'm going to show you guys. Okay, so like I said, we've got the courageous peony for you, my lovely Virgos. Said multifaceted, unique nature. They just off be seen. The Void. So here, I'm actually seeing this as the capacity of your creativity is literally here. It's infinite. Let yourself be in the great cosmic womb, baby, because that's really where you are going to be birthing whatever it is that you want to. Do you know, my lovely Virgos? And I think people really underestimate the girl. Let me take a sip. Who just wakes up and starts yapping with that joke? Oh, let me drink something. Okay. All right. Ooh. Oh, lovely sage. Anyway, you serve the world essentially by being yourself. That's actually what I wanted to say, right? Because when you're in your power, when you're in your authenticity, you know, I believe the age of cookie cutter age is both here and not, because what I'm trying to say is the age that we're moving into is group consciousness, right? But what makes up group consciousness is individuals, right? Focusing on one mission. But what I'm telling you is part of your mission, my lovely Virgos, is literally by being yourself. So it's twofold: being yourself, and by being yourself, you are serving your mission, your highest, mission. Whatever you feel called, whatever you feel very called to do, whether it's being a mom, whether it's, being a singer, painter, whether it's being an accountant, whether, but you do this and you're bringing all of that, you're bringing your entire beingness into your whatever it is that you do in the world, and I don't mean really just like occupation. It could be, but I also, because you guys are the sign of service. However, I'm actually just speaking here about your purpose. And look, if your purpose and your occupation are aligned, it's just amazing. So that's my message here for you, Virgos. You really got two cards that are telling you to stop, slow down. All right. You've also got these cards that are speaking towards allowing yourself to just be and create and be seen and serving the world with your light, right? But it's needing to also balance all that energy, because it's a lot of work actually, So in order to balance all of that, you quite literally need to rest. Allow yourself to do so, Virgo. Allow yourself to do so. Spend time in nature. Yeah, spend time in nature and really, really begin to be replenished, because that's what you guys, you're out here serving. You gotta eat too, and you will. So, like I said, that's how you serve the world, by just being yourself. And by being yourself means self-care also. Self-care, baby. Right. Oh, hold on. What's messages for the Virgo collective pertaining to the solar eclipse? Messages for the Virgo collective pertaining to the solar eclipse. Oh, guys, almost got the balance card again. Like, I literally feel it coming here. Messages for the Virgo collective pertaining to the solar eclipse. Alright, overcoming things. Okay. Overcoming conflict. What you're overcoming, Virgo, but clearing the way. You're clearing the way, baby. This, in the reversal position, that's actually a positive thing. Overcoming obstacles. Okay, messages for lovely Virgo. For their highest good. Okay. Virgo, there's something that you're working on. You feel like you're running out of time, just work. Just work. Because if you stress, okay. Goodness. Gosh. We're here. Okay. Wow. I love this message here for you. The one that's coming out here. Look, if people gonna be mad, they're gonna be mad. But I'm hearing here, there's something that you're working towards. You're gonna need great courage and commitment to yourself. So by doing so, see why we've got the energies here of the void, of needing to slow down, balancing out that energy of, you know, being of service and servicing yourself. that sounds really funny, but shit. Hey, healthy, so you gotta all, even everything needs to be maintained. So even yourself, and it's a constant thing, my lovely Virgo. So the biggest thing I'm hearing here is a big commitment. There could be, take it how it resonates. It could be love, it could be, and I mean romantic love, from another person, because you can have romantic love from yourself as well. It can be to literally just any area of your life, but I'm really feeling here is renewal, having that steadfast commitment to you, and by doing so, that's you're serving the world, because you'll be stepping into your power. All right. Ooh. You guys got quite literally the solar eclipse energy. It says bring love into the situation. New moon eclipse, expect powerful change. Look, can you make this shit up? And it literally, yeah. Okay, by bringing, is there something, you know, because I see there's a conflict card here potentially, and you might be at war with yourself, you might be at war with others. And when I say war, and I just mean like at odds. Let me say at odds. So by bringing love into the situation, you know, we really can see, or at least hold space for different opinions, even though we might not agree, you know, because I think because your mission is so twofold, being yourself, but also being the light worker. You being a light worker is being yourself. And I'm sensing, you know, in the energy that there's a need to not sort of wear that solely as your identity. I think here, my angels, you guys are really stepping into an era where you have to be embracing all the different parts of you, you know, and reconciling that in the real world, especially, you know, if people know you to be a certain way, can potentially bring about misunderstandings, for lack of a better word, but misunderstandings. And you're being guided here to really bring love into the situation, because points of view are valid if they're valid, you know, and also all points of view. But I believe here, by truly being able to just see yourself and others, by the way, 100% others, as children of the divine, because that's what we all are, you know. Just because we can't agree on something doesn't mean, for example, I don't love you. Do you know what I mean? And I think true love, unconditional love, is two people walking side by side, interdependent on each other. None of that codependency shit, bro. None of that. None of that. So there's a healing energy here. You guys, definitely, I will be saying this is a time for you guys to really, really step into a point of authenticity and power, because that essentially will help you to navigate the changes that are happening in your life. You know, love is a very powerful force. I believe it's the force. Okay, so those are my messages for my lovely Virgos. Moving on now to Libra. Libra, we're halfway through. We're halfway there. Okay. Okay, solar eclipse messages for the lovely Virgo as well. Did I say Virgo again? Sorry, Libra. Messages for lovely Libra. I think Libra must go watch Virgo readings, clearly. Okay, something in it for you too. Messages for Libra, Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, pertaining to the solar eclipse, as well as a Saturn and Neptune cosmic dance. What do? Okay. Libras need to know. Messages for the high is good. Okay, Libra, whoa. 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 Spread said, pick them up. Pick them up. Pick them up. Is it all relevant? Oh, Lord. My will to thy will. Micromanaging the universe. That's giving that opposition, because you guys are being heavily influenced now. You guys are going, especially if Libra Sun, you guys are going through now your Neptune opposition for the next 14 years. Okay. And it's so interesting because I'm literally so drawn to this card here. It says here, micromanaging the universe. Whoa. 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 I think, Libra, needing to align your, what I'm hearing here is emphasizing you need to be aligned with pretty much your true self right now, because you might want to be doing certain things, for example, but the universe is trying to get your attention to pay attention to something else, right? And you also got this card that says, turn your gaze within. Inner authority. You know, remember, Saturn in Aries is also going to be opposing your energy at the moment. So, and Saturn is what? Authority. So it's really getting to the crux of, am I really the authority of my life? Obviously. But is it showing? Is it showing? Do you feel like you're just moving to the winds of, life, just going through it? And that's why I'm seeing here, micromanaging the universe. It's like, universe, hey, like, you want to quite literally tell the universe, like, every nook and cranny, like, no, it's gotta be like this. And yes, I believe in manifestation, being very clear, being very, direct. However, I also believe, that's why I even started this reading by prefacing the fact that when you are going, like, as a reader or as just anyone in general, you really most likely will not always know what's going to happen, right? Signs will be there, but ultimately, no one really knows. And at the same time, I think in that not knowing is that it's that essence of the divine that I believe truly loves us so much, where it's like, trust me, you don't want to be doing the back end work of the universe, like God. That's why God's God. That's why His Spirit is Spirit. That's why the universe is. because it's like, look, creations, their creations over their creations everywhere, you know, and the creations sometimes, you know, challenge the creator, you know, and there's a need to really see yourself as also a co-creator. But the only way you can really truly do that from a point of power and a point of really getting what it is that you desire and want or need, my lovely Libras, is to allow a healthy balance of willing yourself to do something, like doing something and just going for it, you know, and also taking heed of the signs, taking heed of also how you're feeling, you know, because I believe this micromanaging energy it's about control, you know. So what does not having control really look like, or how can it look like in a way that's healthy? Because can't control everything. We cannot control everything, you know. We've got this Lost Lands card here. It says soul memory and gifts. You've done this before. You have. You certainly have. Especially like with Neptune. This Neptune, so I know I'm talking about the Neptune Saturn mostly with you guys, but it's because it's so important. It's so important. And as well as this solar eclipse, you know, I think is just here to reveal. It's here to reveal more so what we can do alone, we can do more together, sort of like energy. And I don't know what, and this is trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out, my lovely Libras. Okay, let me stop. Let me just get into these messages, because it says here the sands of time, but then I was still shuffling for Virgo, so that's why I'm like, let me leave it relaxed. Okay, but it says time is not running out. Trust the timing. So trust the timing. That's why, you know, really release and surrender. Really release and surrender. And I know it can be very painful. It doesn't have to be though. It doesn't have to be, because when you intend that the universe is doing, or God is doing this for your ultimate good, that's exactly what it is, babe. It's exactly what it is. It may not make sense now. Okay. I'm going to take all that for you. There's a sense of longing for community, Libra. Okay. You see, quite literally needing to prepare, going within, really honing in on the messages that Spirit is actually trying to give you, so that you can break out of this sort of like lack consciousness, you know, because micromanaging the universe is actually a lack consciousness. You actually out here thinking God don't know what that God's doing. You're like, no, God, no creator, chill. You don't know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Hey, galaxies, billions and billions of stars and gas. You don't know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Caught in the ruins. Listen, that's this sort of tower moment, this change, you know, it's actually in the reversal here. This is actually helping you realize, okay, I need to make changes. You know, and how it is that you've been going about certain things, right? And I'm hearing here, oh, there's a lot of things I'm actually hearing, but I'm hearing really, it's a more of a mindset shift. You know, saying that actually just trips me up. mindset shift, mindset shift. Try saying that like 10 times. Mindset shift, mindset shift. Oh gosh. Anyway, mindset shift. And this sort of like catalyst for change, which I feel you guys are going to be feeling it very strongly. You know, just ask the Virgos. Ask any Virgo you know how their life has been for the past 14 years, babe. Ask them. Ask them. Neptune is not a joke. Neptune is not a joke. You know, you need to cut through the illusions, cut through the fantasies, and sometimes also, not also, but yeah, tower moments that has happened, or you know, maybe just that sudden realization, like, man, actually, this is pretty. It's not ideal. It's not ideal. I wanted to say effed up, but I realized it might not like necessarily be effed up. For you guys, I'm gonna read the energy here, because it says here the storm is dispersing. When this card is reversed, a bolt of lightning reaches up to crack the heavens. It is nothing less than the divine power that moves through you and rises up from the depths of creation. Own it. It's a force that can help you light up the earth. So it's coming back to your power. Have you been feeling a bit, you know, lost? Have you been feeling a little bit lack of motivation? I'm hearing lack of motivation. Maybe because of how tired you are of trying to control every single little thing, you know, of existence, of your life, And sometimes you really just have to, like, well, not even that. You have to trust the timing of your life. You know, I feel there may be a certain group or dynamic or whatever that you may be breaking away from. I think you know why, and perhaps it's just not seeing eye to eye, or just being on a different path, or really just wanting something new, something different, you know, wanting to explore your own soul gifts again. More of them, explore more of them, because it's not just one, you know. I honestly believe that because we've done this before. This life thing, it's not as your first rodeo. However, now I feel like there's a certain community, a certain purpose, certain idea that is calling to you now, you know. And I feel like you should probably answer that call. Answer that call. Let's get more oracle cards for the Libra collective. Same to the solar eclipse, as well as the Saturn Neptune transits. Messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. Messages for their highest good. Okay. See? You don't need to release them. At the bottom of the deck here, it says it's time to release negativity. And then again, it says, what do you need to release? The tendencies, you know, certain behaviors, habits, patterns, mindsets, you know. It says emotions are running high. Yes. And then got the new moon Sag energy. Luck is on your side. So my lovely Libras, you can literally, you need to release. Remember, because in order to receive, you guys know this balance, tit for, you know, I almost said tit for tat, but no. That's a very basic way of looking at balance, because it's not just like that. It's about fairness, equality to a certain degree. Equality doesn't always, yeah. Let me just leave that thought. Let me just leave that thought. Yeah. In order to, you need to release it. And then you see, it's still hearkening on that message. I'm making up words. It's still, yeah. It's stemming from that message of community, finding community, redefining what community means to you. You know, getting activated by new interests. I'm literally seeing new interests. Trust that those are your soul gifts. You've done them before. You've done it. You've used them before. You know, so if you feel called to move to new spaces, do so. Do so. Trust the timing. Okay. Don't feel like, oh, but now I'm just starting out on this thing. Time is running out. No. Relax. Yes, time is moving faster, but this is the perfect time, my lovely Libras. Okay, moving on to El Scorpio energy. Woo, Libra. You know, I've been feeling this since yesterday. Like, I feel like gravity is twitching. Like, it's tweaking. Gravity is tweaking. Anyway, messages for Scorpio. Messages for the Scorpio collective. Do like a nice shuffle for y'all. Messages for the Scorpio collective. Messages for the highest good pertaining to the solar eclipse. Solar eclipse. As well as the Saturn Neptune transit. Messages for the highest and ultimate good. All right, quite literally fell out there. It was the four scrolls, the comic. Ooh. Comic trench. What else? Are you guys making your lives harder than it needs to be, Scorpios? Like, I don't know. What's going on? What's going on here? Huh? Or maybe you're feeling the pulls of, I guess, certain limiting beliefs. Or, yeah, okay. You got messenger. Oh. I'm hearing family. I'm hearing family conflict. I'm hearing family. Starkeeper. You need to be grounded right now. Water your garden. Nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. My lovely Scorpios. Yeah, because here, we've got here clearing the way. So there might be an obstacle right now. And that's what I'm like hearing family. I'm hearing groups of people, you know, conflict. And this is like, it's all like a sign of the times for the Scorpio energy I'm feeling. Really tapping into your sort of like power. Maybe I feel like you're tired of. I feel like you're tired. I feel you're very tired, my Scorpio. I feel very tired. As like I'm talking, like give me. So I'm like, okay. Ooh. I think you guys are carrying a very huge I want to say burden, but I want to say that with great responsibility, because a burden is something that isn't yours. But I feel like a mission. I feel like there's a great sort of mission that you guys are sort of being called towards. Perhaps it's literally being the sort of like peacekeeper, or the person that resolves conflict. Sorry, not peacekeeper. Who got to resolve conflict? It can't more be like, sunshine. Y'all, I don't need to tell y'all that. I don't need to tell y'all that. But you are, see, it says here, cosmic ancestor. You are here carrying a lot, my lovely Scorpios, but it's not without reason, you know. And that whole thing of God gives you what you can handle, yo, that's so true. It's so true. It's so true, because you guys are powerful AF. Powerful AF baddies, huh? Baddies. But listen, because it's like you guys are trying to do so much, support, get things started, huh? You know, and then trying to solve your own obstacles, because literally we got 444. I mean, not 444. We got 444 here. See, just the need to be working hard, and you guys are hard workers. Like, no doubt, y'all get what the fuck you want. You put your mind to it, you get it. But I'm feeling like I'm hearing burnout. I'm hearing like I'm exhausted, and like in your exhaustion, like I think you're realizing that it's certain patterns continue have or are playing out time and time again in different areas of your life, whether it's like your relationships, business, whatever, you know. It's realizing that it's not cute and healthy to be taking on more than you can handle. Stop it. Like, stop. You know, stop. Relax. I'm also here, like, literally take care of yourself, nourish yourself. Stop trying to, like, you're a busybody. Like, you're out to just, listen. I know you feel like, okay, I have to do it. No one's gonna do it. You know, you need to take care of yourself. You have to. And by doing so, you can then delegate responsibly. How? No, you have to be grounded at this time. Spirit, I feel like, is literally saying, please rest. Family really is coming up so strongly. Like, even if it's not conflict, but like I feel like you are going to be feeling the importance and really like connecting to the family. You're going through, you know, I would say also through some changes. We all are. It's a freaking eclipse. Who isn't? Who isn't? So we're going through changes and needing to be strong. You know, there's a figure here in the reverse position that represents abundance. Because of how burnt out, you know, you really, I think, have lost the true meaning of what abundance actually is. It's not the hoarding of things. You know, it's not. It's literally realizing that you're not attached to those things. You have those things, but you're not attached to them. So therefore, there's no need to hoard, because you know there's always more. You look. There might be like a female figure or feminine energy, but then again, Scorpio is a feminine sign. Don't come for me. Don't come for me, masculine Scorpios. Don't do that. Y'all know yourselves. It could be you, like really not feeling like as abundant, because it's like you're so tired of having to carry everything. Stop it. It's not your job. It's not your role. Like I was telling Libra, stop it. Stop it. Stop. You do your part. Your part is not 50 million roles. Your part is like It's not that. Trust God. No. No. Messages for the Scorpio collective. These readings are just getting longer and longer. Alright. It says here, a personal issue reaches resolution. It says, don't let your past hold you back. You see, the karma. Even if you felt like, oh man, you know, I used to do all of these things, or let's say, for example, you used to drink a lot, and now you feel like called not to do that. Trust that. But now there's that voice in your head that's like, oh, you really think about changing? Cute. Especially, you need to catch yourself, especially in situations that trigger that same thing again. But realizing that, like, if you continuously are going to allow the past to run your life, it's no good. And it's affecting your money. It's affecting your power, my Scorpio. It's affecting your power. Like, oh, I could never do this. I'm not good enough. You guys are also so hard on yourselves also. Like, and because you're fixed energy, like, once you decide, it's like no one can tell you, I'm telling you now, stop that. Emotions are running high. I really am. Oh, I didn't even see this one. It says here, be bold and make the first move to change. To change that mindset. To be like, you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to be taking care of myself so I can be the best version of myself. You know, I'm not saying leave people out, but hey, man, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do for your own peace. Protect your peace. Protect your peace. Enforce boundaries, my lovely Scorpios. That's really, truly what it is. It's boundaries. It's boundaries. Okay? Can't throw people out. Or you can, but you can't. Depending on who, what they are. But all I'm saying is you have to take care of you first. Fill your cup. Therefore, you can, bump into another, like, oh, here you go. Without having that do major damage to you. Alrighty. Let's move on to Sag. My sages. My crazy sages. What's up? Sag energy. Messages for the Sagittarius collective. Guys, gravity is tweaking. I'm so sorry. Like, what's going on? Like, I've been feeling like this, like I can't feel my legs. Like, I feel it, but like, it's not pins and needles before you think it's not. It's like, it feels like I'm about to start levitating. On God. Anyway, messages for the Sag collective. Sag moon rising. Messages pertaining to the solar eclipse as well as the Saturn Neptune transits. Messages for their highest good. Thank you, angels. Thank you, spirit. For the Sag collective. Okay, you also have Star Keeper. Interesting. But I'm gonna let that go. Hey. Okay. Messages for the Saggy collective. No, like, gravity is not happening right now. Whoa. Funny because it says Earth. You see, and then there's this honey literally levitating. Y'all, I'm not like bruh energy. Whew. It says learning how to be human. Oh, Sag. Y'all being called out in the best way right now. It says be in the world but not of the world. It says here your life is a canvas. Artist, manifestation, creative accountability. You gotta do the work. Gotta do the work, baby. So I'm hearing learning to be human in the world, but not of it. So it's like, oh, gosh, I gotta go take care of these things. But it's like, don't let that ruin your spirit. Don't let the things of the world to really tarnish what it is that you're here to do and who it is that you are at heart, which quite poignantly here says artist, manifestation. Your life is a canvas. You can make your life whatever you want it to be, my beautiful Sag, like quite literally. You know, you can do the human mundane things. You can go to work. You can do the laundry. You can get, you can get support for that. You can, but at the same time, you need to stay true to that inner creatrix energy. Just like Scorpio, you guys are getting messages here for bringing harmony, and balance to your world. Have you been working? Have you been so bogged down by responsibilities? You know, it's allowing yourself the grace to be like, look, actually, I'm gonna do it like this, but still handle business, but not allowing that business to to those things. Not speaking necessarily just about business, but the earthly things that you might be feeling are a bit challenging, you know. Still gotta, find a way to do it in a creative way. So really tap into that power. It's like, well, look, if I'm gonna clean the house, I'm gonna clean the house with, like, I don't know, while I like to do like automatic writing, or even like speaking, because you just have to get the thoughts out there, basically, right? So that's really what I'm seeing. It's like finding ways to just make your life better. And I know that sounds so basic, like fuck, but it's like finding creative ways to live. Take that how it resonates. Okay. Moon Oracle cards for the Saggy Collective. Finding more creative ways to live. It says believe in the impossible. Do it. You can do it. Oh. Messages for the Sag Collective pertaining to the solar eclipse, as well as the Saturn Neptune transits. Messages for their highest good for Sag. Sagittarius. It says new moon in Scorpio. Work through your fears. So the Scorpio reading might resonate also. It will probably resonate. Working through your fears. Whoa. It says you and your loved ones are safe. It's interesting because Scorpio also had the family Cancer energy coming up. And it says here at the bottom of the deck, the end of a tough cycle approaches. Almost there. Literally almost there. So you have to work through your fears. Fears of what? Fears of what? Are you afraid of true abundance? Of of letting go of control, things that you can control, and finding creative ways to be, because that's what creativity is. It's literally making something out of nothing most of the time, or repurposing, or you and your loved ones are safe, Scorpio. I feel like if there's been family issues, it will be resolved. It's, you guys, there's a lot of protection. Okay, around your family, and the end of a tough cycle is approaching. You might be moving. Writing could be Sag. You guys stop. Hey, you guys, hold on. But I'm getting here, writing is going to be significant. publishing, publishing of anything. But it's just because this figure's writing, yeah. The scribe. And it says, imagine, I just noticed the scribe and the messenger. So your message, what's your message? I really feel like you're being called to, what's your message? Even how you live your life is a message. Do you get what I mean? To the universe. Ooh, you guys are in two worlds right now. Again, be of the world, not of. What does it say? In the world, but not of it. Two worlds. Can't make that shit up. Okay, it can't, it's not really clear, but it says here. Yeah, I did say. And then this is two worlds. So look at this figure. Let's just study this figure or this image. You know, she got money on a bank. She's you know, she's working on her craft over here. But she's, the way, you guys can't see her face, but the way, the energy I'm feeling as she's looking into the fireplace is being with two minds, being conflicted, not really being like content with the earthly pleasures, but at the same time it's like, you know, it's like, I can't go sit on a mountain and meditate the whole day. Well, I'm here to tell you, you could do what the F you want. You need to bring balance. You know, you don't need to run off to the Himalayas to be, you know, a spiritual guru if that's what you want. Right? You could do it right now. Walking, just taking a walk somewhere, you know? Just taking a walk. Even while doing your damn work, you can literally be feeling that energy. You know, so that's what I'm saying, Sag. Find. You. There's yes, a sense of loss I'm picking up on. You know, a disruption that, you know, has happened in your life. And perhaps that's what's making you question all of these things. However, I'm telling you, you need to find, your life as a canvas. You can literally do whatever you want, right? But at the same time, you can find ways to be of, to literally to function in society, but also then allowing yourself to be the whimsical being, you know, that you are, and letting that be okay. Being like, you can, things don't have to be mutually exclusive, bruh. Like, many things can be true at once. You know, you could be doing some major, like, for example, like corporate work, and you could be a really, really great artist, painter, whatever. You know, it's not to say those things like you not, like, it all can, you can strive for material pleasures, material gains, as well as feeding your depth, your need for depth, you know, your desire for depth. Let me say that, your desire to just travel and explore and to be free, you know, freedom. It's a big word for y'all. But it says the end of a tough cycle approaches, so I'm really going to trust that. 333 could be very significant for you guys. Angels number 333. Just Google what that means and tap into that energy, because I really believe it's going to unlock something. Moving on to Capricorn. Capricorn. What's going on? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay, messages for Capricorn. Collective. Girl, honey, let me shuffle these things, bro. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Messages for their highest good pertaining to the... What time is it, bruh? Okay, still good. Okay, I just need to check the time. Messages for the Capricorn collective. Sun, Moon, Rising. Messages pertaining to the solar eclipse as well as the Saturn-Neptune transit. Messages for their highest. Ooh, okay. It says you're not alone. Physical connection, community. I just flipped up. I'm going to take it. Right. See what you got here. Earth school, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. Are you going to school, my Capricorns? Do you want to go to school? Have you been thinking about it? This is your sign. And it says, all paths lead home. Trust that, trust it, trust it. Music could be very significant. Sound, diving deep. Oh, diving deep with your community. I think, Capricorn, you have such an interesting energy. Interesting. Messages for the Capricorn collective. Hold on. I just want to read all of these. There we go. Capricorn, you're not alone. 2 Libra gods came out for you, Capricorn. 2. Hey, you're not alone. And the second one says a new romantic cycle begins. That's why I was like, you're not alone. Physical connection. Community, and most importantly, it says have faith in your dreams. Music could be very significant, Capricorn, but not necessarily. I'm even that's why I said school. You know, part of your dream building has to do with going to school and studying something so that you can hone in on the dream. Music school could literally be significant. Learning your lessons, Capricorn. Y'all, shoot. Y'all also, hey, Pluto was tussling with you for the longest time. Hey, believe since 2008, my lovely Capricorns. How has life been since 2008? Are you not feeling somewhat like lighter now? You know, but I could sense that because Pluto can be so intense, you know, that need for isolation might have been the only way to protect, or to, I guess, to protect your energy, you know, to just replenish your energy also, and to make sense of what was going on. Try to make sense of what was going on, you know. However, I'm feeling here like, listen, there is something perhaps that wasn't resolved previously. Now it's going to be resolved, and a win-win outcome is forecast. I'm going to say that responsibly. Please, just be mindful, you know, of like previous things. Be mindful of that, because you didn't go through that transformation to overcompensate. That no, you're not gonna there's no time for overcompensation here. Okay, you are learning your lessons, or you've gone through your lessons. You're learning new lessons now, but it might be lessons that have to do with community, because it's like, well, you've been feeling so isolated. What has isolation taught you, my lovely Capricorn? Like what have you learned from that? Like your power, share that. And that's why it says here, share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. Whales, are you guys from, where y'all from? Okay, no, I don't want to do that one. I want to do this. Whales. Like I'm hearing water spirits, and people's understanding of like water energy is also very misconstrued. Okay, working on the dream. Communication. There's a waning energy. Oh wow, you guys also got the Two of Worlds. These readings are just, I love it, feeding into each other. Okay. Okay, I just have to take this. Is there anything else? Okay. You're not alone, my beautiful Capricorns. So this Two of the Worlds card here, for me, quite literally, it's speaking towards this Earth school. The fact that this is a school, we're all here to learn lessons, you know, and grow and move forward. And there's something, or there may be pursuits that you once were doing, like things that you were going for that are not resonating anymore, you know. And that's why I'm feeling like the need for school. Maybe you were someone who didn't actually want to go to school, for example. You just wanted to like work, business, you know, but now it's like you're feeling so called to go study something that is a bit different, you know. I actually want to get into what kind of study, but definitely there's a lot of mental energy here. So a lot of writing also could be very significant for you, my Capricorns, just like Sag. What's with the mental? What's with the? Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm gonna take the one that fell specific. Creative writing, creative pursuits. Share your song. Capricorn, share your song. Share it. But I feel because it's in the reverse. So now you've got these two in the reversal position, and they're speaking towards the same thing. So it's maybe feeling like a lack of inspiration. It's like a lack of inspiration, a lack of energy, motivation. Maybe it's because of the, you know, being of two worlds, not really being satisfied with the fact that like, oh man, I've got to go do this, be this person, work, blah blah blah. We'll have to do it, Capricorn. And I know Capricorn, that's why I'm like, you guys I think now have changed your mindset. And it's just like, listen, I ain't gotta bust it down all damn day. All damn day? No, you need the balance. You need to let your heart sing. And the such a beautiful, I love it for you, my Capricorns, because you're coming out of a period of such intense rebirth, you know, where it's like you're so new, you're so fresh, but at the same time, you know, I guess still being a bit fatigued from all that had to be purged, right? So allowing yourself to really step into these creative gifts, your just whatever it is that whatever's calling you right now, you know, really trust that, because you have the potential to do so in a way that can bring about new partnerships, you know. And even so, people don't show up. Trust me. Okay. And love is on the cards. If you're already in a union, I'm feeling like y'all gonna be doing something together. Take it how it resonates. doing something together in terms of dream building. All right, now moving on to the star of this solar eclipse. How we doing? Aquarius. It's in your sign. I mistakenly said it was in Leo. Sorry, the nodes are moving, but anyway, the nodes of the moon are moving into your sign. So yeah, just confused that. But anyway, Aquarius. Messages for your highest good pertaining to the solar eclipse, as well as the Saturn Neptune energies. Messages for your highest good. What does Aquarius need to know? Hey, the cosmic heart. Make your life a moving prayer. Ooh, I love that. I love that. Seeing potential. Remember what I said? Okay, you guys probably didn't listen to that part, but I was saying potential is great, but it's nothing without effort. Do you get what I mean? Otherwise, it's just potential. So now you really have to embody the vision that it is that you've been seeing. You know, don't be bogged down by things of the world. I'm really also like, don't. You're not for everyone. You're not for everyone, but this is going to be the time to show people that, like, not everybody is for everyone, and it's okay. So we need to just build and move in communities where it is for everyone, or like where you have your everyone, where you know, gosh. Anyway, so yeah, like I was trying to say about the potential, it's nothing without effort. You need to see it. You need to see it and work towards it, you know. You guys are also working towards something. Time. Okay. Interesting. You guys might resonate with the Scorpio reading slightly. Just check it out. Got the sands of time also here. It's funny because then it says perspective, you know, perspective, redirecting the intellect, redirecting your intellect into fluidity and not rigidity, because it's, you need to be like, that's what intellect is. It's like continuously learning from different things, you know, being like, okay, found this idea, well, this actually doesn't make any sense anymore, scratch it. Perspective. Whatever it is that you're going through right now, no matter how stressful or potent, how intense it might be feeling, for like how intense could be feeling, none of it really matters. Like if you really like zoom out and like quiet, listen, like really be quiet and hear, you'll actually be able to see that potential within yourself, if you can allow yourself to be quiet and meditate and really go about or thinking about solving problems in different ways. That is intellect. That quite literally is, you know. I feel like you're working on something, publishing something, and time is of the essence. Time is of the essence. Because time is of the essence, you might just be thinking, oh my gosh, I don't have the time, I don't have. Stop it. Find creative ways of channeling that energy of being inspired, you know. Don't write in the same place all day every day, for example. That's just a suggestion, take it out. Don't write in the same place of your house, for example. Change your clothes, wear something, I don't know, like sit upside down, do it differently. But all I'm trying to say is, the time that you think you like, that you have is precious. It's precious. So you need to quite literally be in such reverence. Yo, I'm telling people what to do. Sorry. But in order to get that wisdom, you have to be the wisdom. I can see you rolling your eyes. But you have to be the wisdom, the walking wisdom, the walking, you know, intellect. Like, quite literally, everything is so precious, everything is so sacred, and everything can contribute to you publishing this thing within the time that you need to do so. Yeah, so like I was saying, everything is sacred. Um, you know, and it could really help you, especially towards this thing that you're trying to, whatever it is that you're completing here, this, whatever project, whatever, because I'm sensing like you might just be also overthinking certain things, so that's why I'm like, do things a bit differently and like surrender, because you can literally be like, oh, I'm gonna set a timer and like sit there and like write, but sometimes the answers literally come to you in moments of rest. So you need to shift your perspective. Okay, all this nonsense, like I said, doesn't really matter. Okay, I need to wrap this up. Messages for this, messages for the collective, Aquarius collective, pertaining to the solar eclipse. Messages for their highest good. Thank you, angels. Thank you, spirit. Messages for the Aquarius collective. Sun, moon, rising. Sun, moon, rising. Thank you. Messages for the, right, take those. Oh, four. It's four. Okay. Also need to release something. Virgo energy is coming up for you. Oh. How did this come up? I cannot like this. Okay. It says here, time to give rather than take. That might be very significant in whatever it is that you're trying to complete, right? Giving advice, can actually perhaps in tandem, like, could actually help you. Giving advice to certain people, sharing your ideas, could actually land you in rooms where it's like, okay, yo, listen, please help me with this X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 blah. Your commitment is being tested, yes, so please don't give up, my Aquarius. Don't give up. Just don't let your past hold you back. Don't fall into past behaviors, past patterns that don't serve you. You are going to have to shift your perspective and really shake up how you do things or how you've been doing things. I'm hearing, that's why I'm saying involve people. Involve people. Don't let it be a silo. Don't work in a silo, You're here to also share, and I would say it's a bit similar to the Virgo energy, Virgo Aquarius, because it's on different ends of the spectrum, kind of being of service, having, contributing, to the group, to, the betterment of humanity. So here, it's really just by realizing that, okay, look, if I can't necessarily go this way, if you are at war with, for example, like at war, I like to say war, you're at odds with your superiors, or let's say, I hate that word, not superiors, but you're at war with, at odds with your authorities, because remember, you are your own authority as yourself, or you should be, but there's authorities in society, like bosses, leaders, all these things, I'm feeling the conflict might be stemming from there not seeing eye to eye. So the solution is to think of things in a different way. There's a way of this issue that you're dealing with that can be solved by just pausing and asking for example, or not asking, perhaps sharing advice with certain things. Okay, my daughter's awake. Pisces, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to give you guys at the end, like literally at the end. I have to go. I have to go. It's morning now, proper morning, and it's time to get ready. Aquarius, it's time to get ready. You know, have faith. Have faith with everything that you're doing. With everything that you're doing, because the answers are going to come, you know, and just be of service. Be of service at this time, especially because you will receive exactly what you need, because you don't know how God is going to inspire you, or to who God is going to use to inspire you, to lead you, you know, to help you finish this project. Don't be so one track minded. Anyway, let's see if we can do Pisces. Messages for the Pisces collective. Let me see what time it is. Okay, messages for the Pisces collective. Messages for their highest good. Pisces, Sun and Rising, pertaining to the solar eclipse. Messages for the highest good. Thank you, angels. Thank you, spirit. Yo, that just fell. Trust the timing. It says trust the timing. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry, Pisces. Yes, you guys, you know, Neptune was also tussling with you guys. Dreams are going to be reality now, but trust the timing. You didn't miss out on anything. You're not missing out on anything. Trust me, you're fine. It says inner earth. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. You will. Okay. Baby steps. You guys come out of a huge transit. Baby steps. There's no way you know, you be just, you come out of that transit and it's just like, oh, let me just get it. So now you're being called to really just follow your intuition. Remember, that's what we've been training. You've been learning how to do that, like truly very, 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 very inspired ideas. Very. So the way you're going to, you know, execute those things is to take baby steps. Don't be in analysis paralysis, Pisces, okay? Follow that intuition before it makes sense. Like, before it makes sense. Like, before it makes sense, because your intuition quite literally is speaking so loud. It's always speaking so loud. But it's obviously balancing that with action. With action. You've got time. Okay, this is your time. Exactly. Your time for your initiation. Quite literally. Oh, the camera's glitching. I don't know why that's happening. Why is that happening, Pisces? Anyway, you're upon your initiation right now. So letting go of people, places, and things that are not aligned, baby. Again, creativity. Trust your creativity. Very, 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 very potent time. Very inspired ideas. Yeah. Okay. You haven't been listening to your intuition. This is why you're being told to just sit down and trust the timing of your life. Okay, you're going to survive this. In fact, you've survived until here, this point. Okay? So, you're being initiated, my lovely Pisces, to really take those inspirational ideas, take inspired action that that God has been literally preparing you for throughout, like the Neptune and Pisces transit, for example. Now Neptune is in Aries. Yes, it's different waters for you guys. Quite literally, it's very different, but it's realizing that you have to act on your ideas. Quite literally, your intuition is going to be speaking loudly. I'm really sending out healing energy for that right now. So when you listen to this message, your intuition is actually going to start speaking very loud, very clearly. That's my intention for this collective. Thank you, angels. Thank you, spirit. Okay, don't trust the timing of your life, because if you made certain decisions like, oh, well, I can't go back there, just trust it. Adjustments are required. Surrender. Confidence is your key to success, and your dreams need a practical plan. So you see the adjustments, taking the baby steps, new solutions and beginnings. Okay, you're going to have to adjust the way you've been doing, you've been living your whole experience. You know, you guys have survived. You guys have survived a lot, my lovely Pisces, and I really believe now is to bring about creative solutions in the way that you live your life. Trust the timing of your life. Trust the timing. And I really believe that you're here to share all of it, all of the, or let me not share, but share as well as embody the lessons and the growth that you've gone through in, for example, this 14-year transit, moving now, and thereby receiving the fruits of it as you take inspired action. You know, as you make certain adjustments, you know, find different solutions to the things that you may be dealing with. Okay, Pisces, that's it. Thank you. Thank you. If you want a personal reading, you can email me and we can get in contact with each other. Yeah, please do take care. Love you.